Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. It's the place that has led to countless conspiracy theories since it was first built. Area 51 is entangled in so much speculation and mystery, but that doesn't mean everything out there is a trumped-up lie. That being said, here are the mysterious secrets of Area 51. Now you be the judge. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon. 10. Area 51 employees might go to work via plane. The people that work at Area 51 seem to have a ridiculously cool transportation to commute to work. According to alleged rumors, employees board an unmarked aircraft at the McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas, which takes them to and from an undisclosed location. It's called the Janet because of its call sign, which some say stands for just another non-existent terminal. However, unfortunately for us, the exact destination of the Boeing 737-600s is not known, though some speculate the planes go to Area 51 and other top-secret locations. A former posting for an open flight attendant position stated that applicants need to be level-headed and clear-thinking while handling unusual incidents and situations, but didn't mention any, how shall we put it, supernatural encounters. 9. The best place to spot UFOs near Area 51 is allegedly by a mailbox. According to a person who alleges to have worked in Area 51 and to have seen alien technology there, has said that there's one spot in particular where he would bring people to see scheduled UFO flights, which is known as the Black Mailbox. These are a boring, nondescript pair of mailboxes, which is apparently a hotspot for alien action, and are located about 12 miles from Area 51. It was originally a single black box for owner Steve Medlin's mail, but as people who wanted to believe in extraterrestrials began to tamper with mail and dropped in letters to aliens, Medlin was forced to put another mailbox labeled Alien beneath it to humor visitors and to preserve his own post. However, do know that the person claiming all this can't be said to be credible, as claims about his education and employment could not be verified. 8. The original purpose of Area 51. Among all the chatter around aliens and conspiracy theories, it's difficult to find the actual purpose of Area 51. Many people take that to be the irrefutable proof about the accuracy of their theories, as if it wasn't built for any other purpose. It must have been to keep captured aliens. While that may as well be true, as a lot of people have claimed to see weird things around the base, Area 51 did have an actual reason to exist. Look, when the Cold War began, the entire Eastern Bloc was instantly covered in the Iron Curtain. As a result, America had to come up with a solid plan to gather information. Area 51 was originally meant to carry out research on America's secret high-altitude U-2 recon planes. The secrecy around the base can also be explained by the fact that the US military did not want Soviet Russia to have even a whiff of what was going on, as that would ruin the whole point. 7. The area is expanding. It's been quite some time since the public became aware of the existence of Area 51, despite the fact that the CIA didn't acknowledge its existence until 2013. What was originally an ordinary military base built to deal with the Cold War became the largest mystery in all of America, mainly due to the highly publicized claims by former employees. Since then, public interest within the base has only grown, so has the base itself. Most people assume that it's only one cordoned-off place that has stayed the same ever since it was built. In reality, though, Area 51 is ever expanding, together with the scope of whatever research goes on there. The expansion has gained quite a bit of controversy as well, as a huge part of the land that now makes Area 51 was forcefully taken from its owners without any reasonable explanation. Now, we're not saying it for sure means they've found more aliens to experiment on, but it doesn't rule out the possibility either. 6. Area 51 was taken to court over hazardous working conditions. In the 1990s, Jonathan Turley, who was a lawyer and professor at Washington University, was approached by workers from Area 51 who claimed that exposure to the site's hazardous materials and waste was making them sick. In a piece for the LA Times, he wrote that the workers described how the government had placed discarded equipment and dangerous waste in open trenches the size of football fields, then drowned them in jet fuel and set them on fire. The incredibly toxic smoke blowing through the desert base was called the London fog by workers. Many suffered from classic skin and respiratory illness due to exposure to burning hazardous waste. The main aim of the lawsuits was to find out precisely what the workers had been exposed to so that they could get proper medical aid. They succeeded in demonstrating that the government had acted in violation of the federal law, but they could not get them to spill information about what had been burned within the trenches, which meant that yet again, no one knew what they had been exposed to. All in all, the burning at Area 51 was most possibly a federal crime, but the government escaped responsibility by hiding behind secrecy. 5. It is the military's most guarded secret. Besides all the conspiracy theorists and folks that are ready to turn up their noses at conspiracies without a thought, you would think that Area 51 would just be another secretive U.S. military facility. After all, conspiracy theories exist around all sizable secret military bases in the world. All the conspiracies around Area 51 seem to divert away from that initial claim by Bob Lazar, and it's safe to assume that it'd be just another military facility that wouldn't have happened. In reality, though, it's not just conspiracy theorists who find Area 51 to be of interest. When some astronauts at the Skylab space facility accidentally photographed the base, the CIA sent them a special memorandum stating that it was the sole coordinate on the world with explicit instructions not to do that. In other words, the government also recognizes Area 51 to be the single most heavily guarded secret of the US military. So what does that mean? Well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Or is it? 4. It can be spotted on Google Maps. Even if the general public might not have any idea about what's going on inside Area 51, one company knows the whole layout of it, at least from a satellite distance. Google Maps is possibly one amongst the few private companies to be allowed to map the base, and you can even see it in high resolution anytime you wish. It even released a high-resolution time-lapse of the expansion of the facility over the years, something we're quite surprised the government even allowed it to do in the first place. Google also has a little hack for Area 51 if you type its coordinates in maps. Just go to 37.24804 minus 115.800155, and you find that the tiny maps pointer will have turned into a small spaceship. 3. It had to be called Paradise. After convincing the CIA and Eisenhower to buy the land, project leaders had the challenge of convincing people to work there. To build the new facility in the middle of nowhere sounded much more appealing to his workers. Kelly Johnson was one of the designers who worked on Lockheed's U-2 aircraft, which was the first of Area 51's projects. Johnson came up with the name Paradise Ranch, which was soon shortened to The Ranch, for the realm as an effort to encourage workers to maneuver out there and help establish Area 51. But honestly, given the facility's current reputation, all he'd need to do now is to confirm one of the many numerous conspiracy theories about the place online. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. 2. This creature pictured above looks to be a very legit extraterrestrial specimen, one of many claimed to have been caught and kept in the facility at Area 51. But to be very honest, this looks more like a mummified version of an alien. Let us know what you think of this. 1. It almost killed some important visitors. In 1955, the 12th of April, CIA officer Richard Bissell and Colonel Osmond Ritland flew over Nevada with aerospace engineer Kelly Johnson in a small Beechcraft plane. They spotted what seemed to be an airstrip by a salt plane called Groom Lake near the northeast corner of the Energy Commission's Nevada work. After debating about landing in the old airstrip, the pilot set the plane down on the lake bed, and all 4 of them walked over to look at the strip. The place had been used during World War II as an aerial gunnery range for Army Air Force pilots. From the air, the strip seemed to be paved, but on closer inspection, it turned out to have originally been made from compacted earth that had turned into ankle-deep dust after several years of disuse. If the pilot had tried to land on the airstrip, the plane would probably have dived over when the wheels sank into the loose soil, killing or wounding all of the key figures. And that concludes our list of the mysterious secrets of Area 51. Let us know in the comments section below if you have any secrets that you know of, and as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon.